All right. How do I sound? Where this is like a test run. How do I sound? Oh, you know what? I didn't even check see if this is on the right microphone. Yeah, it is. Sly over in Discord yelling at me. Even when I get the sound right, doesn't mean it stays right. So there. Don't yell at me. But how does it sound? Sounds good? Sounds clear? No weird noises? Nothing? After party in effect. Woo woo. Now, how does it sound though? I'm so used to screaming for the other one. I'm going to go on a Sly rant, so we're even. The thing is, I can't hear it. So while if there's something wrong, I don't hear it. I can only go by what I see. Yeah, she yelled at me. She's like, "You're never gonna build your channel back up when your sound is horrible." Well, what the fuck? I'm trying to fix it. My God. She thinks like I'm not trying to fix it or some shit. Jeez. Fucking yelling at me. Bitch. Bitch. All right, you know what I should do? Hold on. I am going to listen for a minute. Yep. 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 Bitch. Bitch. I sound clear as fucking day. I'm trying to make you guys making it out like I have a like you guys can't hear me. I'm clear as fucking day. You don't think what channel's coming back? Whose channel? My channel's right here. Oh, shut up, Bad Wolf. You're an idiot. That's positive reinforcement, Bad Wolf. Thanks. That's a good one. So glad my mods support me as much as they do. What a wonderful thing to have my mods say. The fuck out of here. That's all I got to say. If my mods don't support me, then don't support me. But that was a fucked up thing to say, Bad Wolf. It really was. Especially, I know you support me, but it's a fucked up thing to say on a live. Honestly, it really is. Like, no joke. My mod should be working to help me rebuild a channel. Not fucking, oh, I don't think it's coming back. Like, what the fuck? Kind of a douchey thing to say. And just for that, I'm going to prove you wrong. And I'm going to prove you wrong and then pull your wrench because you're an ass. How's that? How you like me now, bitch? But I'll tell you what it won't do. It won't grow in this motherfucking shitty ass community filled with scammers and everything. No, that won't happen. This community is so far gone. There's no coming back from it. Like, for real. There really isn't. they're too far gone. This community has truly gone to shit. I mean, no joke. It really has. I honestly, I am too honest for this community. I agree. This community is fucked. The amount of scammers and liars and frauds and non-speaking English, and believe me, my grammar is not wonderful, but holy fuck. If I hear one more person use wrong words, bleh. Not all of them, half of them sound like fucking criminals. Like, I hear Brad when some of them talk, who spent 9 years in prison. Like, that's what I hear when I hear some of them talk. It's like some of them talk like jail talk. It's like, why do you talk like you're in prison? Crazy. Oh, shut up, Bad Wolf. Just don't be an asshole. That's it. But I do have a question, though, because, oh no, my grammar sucks. But that's because I've always said this. I don't read. I'm not a reader at all. Speaking of reading, before I forget, do I have any avid readers here who love to read new books and give feedback on it? Like, I'm not a reader. I fucking hate reading. Who are my readers in here? I have a book for you to read and give feedback on. It's a psychological horror, first book. Hey, Tiramisu. They do think prison is a flex. I agree, Irish. Totally agree with that. It's crazy. But if I have any avid readers, let me know. It's a first book. They need positive, constructive criticism. It's like 230 pages. Yeah, my mom told me Florida's getting cold. Not as cold as it is here, though. Right now, it is 24 degrees. 24 fucking degrees in the deep south. Oh, you're not there yet? Oh, yeah, you're getting real cold then. My mom said it was going to be like 33 or something today. But think of me when you're in warm, sunny Florida, and I am going to be in ice cold fucking Vermont. So think of me. Think of me when you're there. See, that's what I'm saying. 113, I wish. But me and Dayton are going to be in like -8. I think 15, -8, and something else. Cold. Cold, cold. My mom's like, why the fuck are you going to Vermont in February? Oh, speaking of Iowa, I lived in Iowa. Totally off subject. Did you guys hear about the food stamp thing? I watched a video last night. Iowa is cutting like anything. Like, you can't even buy popcorn on food stamps anymore in Iowa. It's crazy. They cut now in 18 different states. They cut all of all soda. You can no longer buy soda on food stamps. You can no longer buy candy. Certain states, you can't buy cakes. You can't buy a lot of stuff. I think popcorn's healthy too. Did you guys hear about this? There's a great video I watched last night on it. I'll be happy to play it. I just got to cover fair use, but I like this girl. But it's wild, like really wild. Hold on, let me get the video. It's fucked up. So this girl, her name's Lindsay. She covers a lot of TikTokers and does reviews on TikTokers. I found her a couple of months ago. I really like her. She's very funny and she's like I agree with everything she said in this video. Hold on. Give me a minute to pull it up. But yeah, I was like allowing nothing. I'm like, that's crazy. Then, hey, Ninja, then buy it with your own money. And I agree with her. Like, just listen. She makes a really good argument.
Or snacks, they are getting food to sustain themselves. How are you playing? What about my kids after school snacks, y'all? My kids gonna be hangry or hungry.
Why does that after school snack for your kids have to be on the junk food list? All right, today let's talk about the food stamp conversation, because starting back on January 1st of 2026, there were multiple states that started rolling out their ban on junk food. That's right, because there are now multiple states that are saying that you can no longer use your food stamps to buy things like hot Cheetos, soda, candy, or snack cakes. And depending on who you ask, it's either a long overdue accountability check or it's the government micromanaging what's in people's grocery carts.
And I think that's a really good point. Like, I was on food stamps for when the kids were younger, and I didn't really buy junk food because, I mean, Phoenix couldn't eat it, but I did use it for gluten-free stuff. But I don't think it's such a bad thing. I mean, look at the majority of people not on food stamps, but look at the majority of low-income people. They are overweight. And that causes more problems. If you're on food stamps, there's a good chance you're on Medicaid. And that's going to cause you, if you eat junk food, it's going to cause you more problems. And it's going to cost the state more money. So I don't think it's such a bad thing.
Today, we're going to look at some of the reactions and the chaos surrounding the 18 states that first signed up to ban junk food use with EBT cards. We're going to see who's already started, who's next, and why the internet is losing its mind over it.
It's not even cool. Like, why they do that? What's the point of food stamps if it's just for real food?
So this girl has her nails done. She has her eyelashes done. If you want to buy candy, then use it for candy. I mean, don't buy eyelashes and use it for candy. Like, this is where they just can't win the argument with me.
Tina Moore believes she and other SNAP recipients should be able to go into the grocery store and buy whatever they like. Soda, candy, prepackaged sweets, prepared desserts, and juice with less than half of natural fruit or vegetable juice in it will not be allowed to be purchased on SNAP cards.
I don't know what Trump is doing. I don't know what's going on. It's not even cool. Like, what?
Have you guys seen the price of orange juice lately? It's like $8. I can't afford to buy orange juice. And these people are complaining. You go to Publix and try to buy orange juice, it's literally like $8 a gallon.
Not even cool. What's the point of food stamps if you got to buy real food with it? Did she seriously just say that? Does she understand the stupidity that came just spewing from her mouth as soon as the camera turned on? So for anyone who is unfamiliar with food stamps, it's also referred to as the SNAP program, SNAP, which is an acronym for the Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program. And I think a lot of people tend to forget that the key word in SNAP is nutrition. For years upon years, we have seen people rage bait on social media, showing overflowing grocery carts full of junk food and bragging that they are using taxpayer-funded SNAP benefits in order to purchase it.
I'm a 27-year-old single mom, and I just got my food stamp. All right, let's get into this.
Like, in my opinion, why would you buy all that shit? That is pure garbage. Nobody needs that much sugar ever. Like, that's crazy to me.
Food stamp haul.
And that is why there's a lot of people that are very, very happy about the fact that food stamp recipients will no longer be able to buy junk food. There's also a lot of people out there that see junk food like soda, candy, chips, packaged snack cakes, even some frozen meals as luxury items because they're so expensive.
Now, I will say this about the packaged snacks, like the Little Debbie's. Those used to be $1. And like, if I was in a jam and the kids wanted something, yeah, I would go to the dollar store and get them for like $1. Now they're like $7. Like, I'm sorry, but this shit is gross. It's pure processed. It's not even real cake. And you're charging like $7 for it. Yeah, I don't think so.
That a lot of families in this day and age can't even really afford to enjoy them themselves. So it's a real point of contention for a lot of those people to look over and see a grocery cart full of those kind of items being paid for by their taxpayer dollars. There's a lot of reasons why this conversation is such a touchy one for a lot of people right now.
Several states tonight are set to change which items people can buy from the grocery store with their federal food benefits. Now, the restrictions, which begin tomorrow, target junk food. Meg Oliver reports on the impact.
Giving up junk food may sound like a New Year's resolution, but for some SNAP recipients, it will soon be the law. On New Year's Day, 5 states will prohibit items such as soft drinks or candy from being purchased through SNAP. By the fall of 2026, that will balloon to 18 states.
It's about nutrition, and there's no nutrition in these products. We shouldn't be paying for them with taxpayer money.
The move is part of the government's Make America Healthy Again initiative, designed to reduce obesity and chronic diseases like diabetes.
We all agree that we want people to have opportunities to have healthier foods.
Stephanie Silvera is a public health professor at Montclair State University.
This sounds like a good thing, but is there a risk to this as well?
Of course, we don't have a good definition of what do we actually mean by ultra processed foods, right? Where are we drawing those lines?
Hawaii's limits apply to just soft drinks, Indiana to soda and candy, and South Carolina to candy, energy drinks, soft drinks, and sweetened beverages. One South Carolina shopper favors the ban.
I used to buy candy all the time, and then we'd run out of food sometimes.
But Silvera is concerned it could make the problem worse.
If what we're simply doing is cutting access to those foods without also providing better access or more affordable access to healthy foods, we're going to see a lot more people go hungry.
That's because healthier food tends to be more expensive. Silvera suggests adding a tax on less healthy food to bring the cost down on more nutritious choices.
All right, Meg Oliver, thank you.
So I actually have a lot of opinions about the whole concept of healthy food being too expensive, and that the processed foods or the unhealthy foods, the junk foods that are getting cut from the food stamp program being so much cheaper than healthy foods. I feel very, very strongly about this, and I'm sorry if you guys are going to disagree with me, but this is an open conversation, so I'm going to tell you my thoughts. I think that that's a bunch of bullshit. That's my opinion. Have you seen the cost of a bag of chips lately, or a bag of candy, or a 12-pack of soda or energy drinks? Have you looked at the price of those items. Do you realize that it is cheaper to buy 10 pounds of russet potatoes than it is to buy a 12-pack of soda? It's true. You can buy bagged salad for less than a 12-pack of soda. You can buy bagged salad for cheaper than a bag of potato chips. 1 pound of carrots is under $1. You can even pick up a family pack of chicken legs at Walmart for around $5.
She's shopping, but I don't know, salads in Kroger's, you can get the bag salad like 3 for $11, which I guess is still kind of better than a bag of chips. So I guess she's right. All right, I'll shut up.
I believe if you're trying to justify that healthy food is just too expensive and unhealthy food is cheaper, I think we have to first define what healthy food is and compare it to the junk foods that are being banned by the SNAP program. If you're considering healthy foods to be lean cuisines in the frozen food aisle or KC strip steaks in the meat department, yeah, of course, those healthy foods are going to be more expensive than cheaper alternatives like pasta, boxed macaroni and cheese, or Hamburger Helper. But as far as I can tell, no states are banning those things. As far as I can tell, the only state that's even remotely close to banning high processed foods like boxed macaroni and cheese would be Iowa. Most of the
That's how we got on this conversation. Someone said they were from Iowa. That's how we got here, Bad Wolf. I was like, oh, I just saw something last night about Iowa.
other states are just simply banning things like candy, soda, energy drinks, snack cakes, and potato chips. I mean, please correct me if I'm wrong. I've looked pretty deep into the first 12 states that are enacting this, but not really so much the most recent 6 states. So I very well could be wrong. But a lot of these states are only banning things like candy, soda, and energy drinks. So why is there such conversation about making healthier foods more accessible if they're going to ban junk foods? That's the part that I don't get. And I might just be missing the point entirely. I guess it's just my
thank you, Tara.
experience from my own personal grocery shopping. And again, I live in Kansas, so I can only speak for the grocery prices in my area. I'm not saying that I only exclusively buy healthy foods. That's not what I'm saying. But the foods that I would personally consider healthy, maybe eggs, rice, beans, raw chicken that I can cook, bananas, carrots, apples, bagged salad mix. Even avocados are only around $1. So how is banning soda, chips, and snack cakes going to cause more families to go hungry? I just don't understand the argument. So if you want to spell it out for me in the comments, please do so. I might be missing something.
So now that the new year is here, guess what? All of the soda, candy, etc. is gone. You can no longer buy all of your energy drinks. You can no longer get candy. You can no longer get all of those sweets that you want to buy for your kids.
Hold up. This is drama. It's just a different type of drama. It's still drama. And it's more interesting. I've already said what I had to say.
Parties, I'm not even sure about cake anymore because cake is considered like a candy sweet, right? So all of your soda, energy drinks, juices, candy, all of that extra stuff that you used to get that you can't get anymore, say goodbye to it, because as of today, EBT no longer covers those. And I wonder what else is on the list, because all of these specialized things you're not going to be able to get anymore. I wonder if they're going to allow chips. Because those hot Cheetos and stuff, that's not healthy for you either. So say goodbye and hello to 2026.
Now, don't think that I'm throwing shade at Flamin' Hot Cheetos. I myself love Flamin' Hot Cheetos, just being real here. But no, they're not good for you. Like, you seriously putting Flamin' Hot Cheetos in your mouth thinking that they're healthy? Come on now. That's another argument. I'm sure that we're going to see some more clips. People being absolutely enraged by the fact that they cannot get their kids a birthday cake using.
So one thing I did notice is every single state bans soda. You cannot buy soda on food stamps. But in all reality, kids should not have soda to begin with. So I don't know why people are freaking out about it. No child should have soda. My kids did not have soda until they were like 14. No joke. Like they may steal a sip or something, but soda was not for them. If I bought soda, they did not drink it. And they'll tell you that. To this day, Sage doesn't drink soda. She doesn't like it. She never had it. It wasn't something she grew up with. To me, regular soda is nothing but sugar, and diet soda is not good for kids. So no kid needs soda.
Food stamps anymore. I will be the first to admit that is the one thing that I can.
And I'll be honest with you, and I'm sorry if this affects anyone in here. I fucking cringe when I hear people gave their kids Mountain Dew or energy drinks or anything like that. Literally cringe. My kid that I know of, my child's first energy drink was 16 years old. 16. I would not buy them. I do not believe in them. No child needs them. And same thing with Mountain Dew. I just don't, I cringe when I hear these parents say they give their kids Mountain Dew or soda. Like no 10-year-old needs fucking soda. Nobody. Adults don't need soda, but we drink it anyway.
See as being disappointed for a lot of these families, because getting a sheet cake from the grocery store to celebrate your child's birthday, especially if you're in a low-income family, I completely understand how that could be a gut punch, not being able to give your child a birthday cake. I get it. Or buying candy to fill a piñata. I can even understand that. Or even the argument not being able to use your food stamps to buy Halloween candy to pass out to other kids. I can understand those things. And I'm not saying that I'm like, woo, about all of the changes, because there are certain caveats, but obviously you can't pick and choose. You can't just say, okay, well, you're only allowed to buy a cake if you can prove it's your kid's birthday, or you can only buy candy the week of Halloween. You can't make those kind of distinctions, but there are workarounds. You know, you can buy box cake mix for like $2 at Walmart. Or you can buy the ingredients and bake a cake yourself. And here's the big thing. Not every single state is banning those. The food stamp recipients in those states are going to have to figure out a workaround, either by using their own money. Foreign concept, I know. I understand that people that are low income don't have a lot of disposable money. So the fact that they would have to go buy candy or boxed cake mix or a prepared cake at the grocery store with their money could cut down on things like gas for their car, the rent to keep a roof over their head, clothes to warm their children in the winter. I understand it can limit all of that. But do you know how many Americans out there are struggling to buy?
Can I tell you the best way, if you have a Kroger's, the best way to go shopping? I've done it for weeks. Go on, like, I love fresh mozzarella cheese. I do. I live on it. You know when I buy it? When it's on clearance. I found, I think Tuesdays at Kroger's, they put so much shit on clearance because it's going to go bad or whatever, and I stock up on it. I got iced tea yesterday, normally $4.99. I paid $1.69. It's between me and Dayton, it's almost gone already. Mozzarella cheese, instead of paying $8.99, they have it for like $2.69. I buy a shitload of clearance stuff, and it's working. I save like $200 a week in food.
Food with their own money right now that don't qualify for food stamps. These people are finally just getting put on the same playing field as millions of other Americans. But I do feel the need to really stick to the misinformation that's out there that every single state is doing away with things like cake, for your kid's birthday or bagged candy for Halloween. It's not every state. It's only 18 states that have signed on to do this. Only 5 states have enacted it so far. And not all of those states are banning cake. It's like people are taking the soundbite for one state and running wild with it.
Benefit rule now that just came out about no candy, sugary sweets. I feel like what they did is punish the children because,
Here's my thing. Her hair costs money. Her eyelashes cost money. Like, come on, lady. You're just because you won't be able to buy food and candy and soda, like, take that money, don't get your lashes done, don't get your hair done, and go buy your kid candy. Like, it's ridiculous to me.
now when the kids go to school, they can't afford to buy candy on Valentine's Day, Halloween, all this and that and the other for their kids. So, but the rich kids, they're going to have that, or just say the kids who are not on benefits. This has been the only way sometimes that the parents have been able to provide, and make them somewhat to an equal to others. Also, what about the birthday cakes? I know for a fact I bought a birthday cake off of benefits some years back. Even with my grandbaby, I bought a birthday cake. What's going on? Who are they really punishing with this rule? Tell me what you think in the comments.
Again, I say you can still buy all of that with your own money, just like millions of other Americans do. I really don't agree with this mindset of everyone who is not on public assistance is rich. She just said all of the rich kids can have this. Baby, everybody that's not on food stamps is not rich. If you go to a classroom with a bunch of low-income kids, I'm willing to bet that the majority of their classmates are not much better off. Their families might just not be on public assistance. But just because a family is not on public assistance,
my kids loved that I made them a cake every year. Sometimes I made 5 layers, whatever they wanted. I would always make them a cake. I'm not going to go spend $30, $40 on a cake just to eat at the house. That's stupid. And they stopped, being able to bring stuff to school. But I don't, kids remember when you make them a cake. They remember, they still want me to make them a cake. They don't want a store-bought cake. They want me to make it for them because that's what they grew up with. That's what they remember. So I can't respect these people that are like, oh, I can't go to Walmart and make a cake. Fucking go buy one. It cost me like $6 to make like a 5-layer cake that literally could have fed 100 people. Not 100, but like 25 people.
it doesn't mean that they're rich. It doesn't mean that they don't struggle to buy their kids Valentine candy or a birthday cake for their birthday. They never had the privilege of using food stamps to buy those things because they don't qualify. That doesn't mean that they're well off. And again, I find that argument to be extremely ignorant. In every video that I do on food stamps, I feel that I need to say, for anybody who's never seen my videos on them before, I have been on food stamps twice in my life. Not as a child, as an adult, as a young mother of a new baby and a single mother of a young child. 2 different periods of my life. And I can tell you that the second time I was on food stamps when I was a single mom, when they cut me off after I got a job, I was barely making enough money for us to get by. The budget that I had for food was less than the food stamps I was given when I qualified. When I had qualified for food stamps as a single mom, I had 1 son and he was 6 years old, and we received $220 a month in food stamps. The minute I got a job, which was roughly 6 weeks later, I lost my food stamps because I was employed and I was barely making enough money to cover my bills. I only had roughly $150 a month for groceries for the 2 of us. And that was only if I didn't miss a day of work. If I missed.
That's actually a lot, because there were times that I had 150 to feed 4 people. So 150 for 2, that's not so bad.
a day of work, that money came out of my paycheck, and that made the grocery budget even lower. So this whole mindset to me of people that don't qualify for food stamps are just so well off that they can easily afford to buy their kids these luxuries that low-income families can no longer provide for their children with food stamps because of this ban. Kind of hits a sensitive spot with me because you don't know people's situations. Never assume someone is well off.
Well, if you didn't know, now you do. 6 more states joining the 12 states starting January 2026. Food stamp recipients are no longer going to be able to buy sugary, unhealthy crap. If you're not sure if your state's one of them, the 18 states are Hawaii, Missouri, North Dakota, South Carolina, Virginia, Tennessee, Colorado, Florida, Idaho, Iowa, Louisiana, Nebraska, Oklahoma, Texas, Utah, West Virginia, Arkansas, and Indiana. So certain states kind of have their own little restrictions. They're going to do it a certain way. Like, for example, Arkansas is going to restrict the purchase of soda, fruit, and vegetable drinks that contain less than 50% natural juices. Florida is going to restrict the purchase of soda, energy drinks, candy, and prepared desserts. No more Twinkies, y'all. No more Oreos, no more brownies, no more cakes. Oh, what the hell? I mean, I guess.
Okay, I'm not trying to be rude, but she doesn't look like she needs any more cakes or sugar stuff or processed foods. Just saying.
It's a good thing, right? They're trying to stop diabetes and everything else. But if y'all wouldn't make healthy foods so damn expensive where somebody can afford them, So what do you guys think? Is it going to affect you?
Again, with the healthy food is too expensive argument. Stop saying that healthy foods are too expensive. In my opinion, people that say that are not selecting the right healthy foods. I am not saying that all healthy food is cheap. Please don't misunderstand me. I do know that there are a lot of healthy foods that are expensive, okay? There's a lot of healthy foods that are expensive, but there is also a lot of healthy foods that are cheap. And I think that people are forgetting that those exist entirely, just so that they can make this argument.
TikTok, you means to tell me I can't buy no more junk food with my food stamps? Huh? Well, damn, what if I wanted to start my own treats business? What?
That would be illegal anyway. You can't. Oh my God. What if I wanted to start my own treats business? I actually did a video about this. There was a woman who used her food stamps in order to purchase supplies to run a treat business. It's funny that she mentions this. I did a video all about that. I'll link it up here in case you missed it. But yeah, she got in big trouble because that is illegal. You cannot use taxpayer funds to purchase something to turn around and sell it for profit.
I did not know that. I mean, it's not something I would think about, but I didn't know that. That's pretty wild that you can purchase stuff and then if you purchase it on food stamps and then turn around and sell it, it's illegal. That's wild. What square? What are you talking about? What square?
Especially if you don't plan to disclose the money when you reapply for your food stamps. Double whammy there. But let's continue.
About my kids' birthdays, I got 5 kids. I can't surprise them with a custom character cake from Publix or Walmart. What about Halloween? I ain't gonna be able to participate and pass out candy. What about my kids' after school snacks, y'all? My kids gonna be hangry or hungry.
Your kids are hangry and hungry probably because you're filling their lunchbox with processed junk that doesn't fill them up. That's why. Why do you think that after school snacks should automatically be from the junk food aisle? You can't give your kids some carrot sticks or string cheese or some crackers and peanut butter? Why does that after school snack for your kids have to be on the junk food list? Otherwise, oh no, what are you going to do? I believe that this is just another sign that we need to do a lot better for our kids.
See, another thing that they're not saying that I'm going to say, I'm sorry, if you can't afford your children, don't have 5 of them. Like, I hate to say it, but it's true. You don't have 5 kids if you can't, unless you had them all at once, if you can't afford them. Plain and simple. But these people have kid after kid after kid and then expect taxpayers in the state to pay for them. That's bullshit. You knew after the first or second one that you couldn't afford them. So why have more? Condoms are certainly a hell of a lot cheaper than a child.
It's a lot better.
So I picked them up from after school program. We don't like Olipop sodas and veggie sticks. They nasty. And then we can't even buy no hot food with the food stamps unless it's a natural disaster. I got a question for you, Bretchine or Breachine, because didn't you the one who started all this with your new house bill? Can we still buy seafood with the food stamps? Are you going to make the healthier foods cheaper? If we can't have the junk food, we need the healthy food. Can you make it a little cheaper? Because eggs is $10 a carton. Child, let me go stockpile on these junk foods before the ban starts.
Why are you going to complain that eggs are $10, which it's probably for like 5 dozen eggs. Let's just be real. 5 dozen eggs for $10 now. Why are you going to complain about eggs being $10 when a bag of chips is like $5, $6, $7? Let's keep things in perspective here. And then again, it's not all states. A lot of the states are just banning the purchase of things like energy drinks, sugary juices, and soda. You get to keep all your other food, or again, use your own money to buy it. This concept is not hard.
The EBT food stamp junk food ban is the best thing ever. I don't care what y'all say. I'm not on food stamps personally, but I do think it's a good thing for all people. I literally can't think of one reason why this would be a bad thing. Not letting people have access to junk food, sodas, candy, cakes and bonbons and shit. Like, you can't tell me why that is necessary in your diet. All those things are wants. I found it funny how when I was watching the news reporter said something like, oh, it may be a good thing, but it also may be a bad thing because we're taking away this, but we're not also replacing it with, you know what I'm saying, with the healthier option. We're not giving them something to replace these snacks with. So a lot of people are going to go hungry, something along those lines. While that may be true, I also feel like people is going to go hungry regardless, because regardless if they had access to the junk food or not, half of that shit is empty calories to begin with. I'm sorry. That shit was keeping you satiated for what? An hour and a half, maybe 2 hours. And then you're looking for the next bag of chips. You're looking for another bag of candy, the next soda. Like, I'm so sorry. Like, that's doing nothing for you. It's doing nothing for any of you. Give me a reason why they need it to begin with. Oh yeah, my son needs his sugar rush. No. Kids don't need that shit. They addicted to the shit, okay? Go 21 days without some sugar. I guarantee you, y'all gonna be looking at them chips and them sodas and that candy and shit like, ugh, is that? Start introducing some healthier habits, okay? I know not all people on food stamps, ABT, are obese, but a lot of people are. Let's just call it what it is. A lot of people are. Disabled people tend to be more overweight, obese due to lack of activity. They're sitting, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people are just chair-bound, bed-bound, house-bound. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, this is a great thing.
I like her. I struggle to find where this is a bad thing. And there's also the argument about food deserts, right? There's a lot of argument about how in inner cities, people only have access to basically convenience stores or gas station food. And those locations are riddled with these junk food kind of items. So if you can't buy those items, what are people supposed to buy at gas stations? I'm not going to hit on the food deserts too much because I've talked about it in other food stamp videos that I've done. But I don't think that people that live in food deserts not being able to buy chips for dinner is argument enough to not pass something like this. It's just my opinion.
No more junk food on food stamps. Okay, so I've been seeing this all over my TikTok. I've seen it all over Facebook and Instagram too. And people are upset and mad about it.
Word to the wise. If you're trying to look cute in a hat, don't leave the price tag underneath where you can see it. Just word to the wise.
And rightfully so, I get it. Those of you who are sitting here hating and laughing and giggling like it's funny, you have more in common with poor people than you do with rich people. Let's just be for real out there. A lot of us will never be in that 1% tax bracket. And everybody deserves to eat some ice cream or drink a pop every now and again, or, indulge in something that tastes really good and sweet to them.
I can agree with that. I think everybody deserves to have a little bit of a treat. I do. I'm sure even in the Great Depression, people were trying to find a way to have a piece of chocolate. I get it. But again, I have to go back to what I was saying earlier in the video. All this did is put everybody on a more level playing field with these luxury foods, with things like candy, soda, Twinkies, Doritos. It just put everybody back on the same playing field. Again, I have to stress, there are numerous tax-paying Americans that cannot afford to buy a lot of the junk foods that EBT recipients buy every single week. All this does is put everybody back on a level playing field. And yes, I do believe that everybody deserves a treat every now and again. You deserve to have a little bowl of ice cream if you had a shitty day. I do it myself all the time. But does that mean that you're entitled to do it every single day? Does that mean that everybody is entitled to down a bag of Doritos with a Coke every single day?
See, her mentality there, though, and I get why she's saying it, but her mentality is why people gain weight. Food, and I learned this years ago I had an obsessed weight mother, but food is not a treat. Ice cream should not be a treat. If your kids do something well, take them out somewhere, buy them a toy. Don't give them food to make it better. That messes with their brains as they get older. Food should never be the treat. Food, you need to live. Food, you need to survive. And like ice cream. Yeah, we've all given our kids ice cream, obviously. Or like when the kids are sick, you give them ice cream. But for me personally, I was raised, and I stand by this, and I raised my kids that if they did something well, I took them somewhere. We went to a movie. I bought them a treat, like a toy, not a treat like food. But food shouldn't be used as that, as a reward. That's the word I'm looking for. And so many people use it as a reward. If you want to have a piece of cake, have a piece of cake. But have a piece of cake because you want to have a piece of cake, not because you want to, oh, you did so good at school. Let me go ahead and give you ice cream. No, that shouldn't be your reward.
Then it's not a treat anymore. I think the argument that she's trying to make is every once in a while, people are entitled to have a candy bar, a bowl of ice cream, some chips to go with their sandwich at lunch. But is this something that you deserve daily or a treat every once in a while?
Most people on EBT are not going to the store buying a plethora of junk or snacks. They are getting food to sustain themselves.
How are you playing? You calling this sustain?
I don't this thing on spending $3,000 in food stamps, you would have to have like 19 kids. There's no way you get $3,000 a month in food stamps. There's just no way.
Are you serious? In a country where we are passing down diabetes, high blood pressure, and future knee surgeries. You have to do better than this. You telling me that y'all can't shop on the outside of the grocery store? Mountain Dew, it's not the new water. Stop playing with me.
Yeah, again, I have to point out that there is a lot of people flexing on social media the kind of junk that they're buying with food stamps. I did a video showing a food stamp haul, and all I did was just start scrolling through the TikToks of people showing what they bought with their food stamps, and it was Shocking. I'll link it up here if you missed it. And if you want me to do another one, let me know down in the comments below. It might be kind of an interesting video now that some of the states have banned junk food. Maybe we can find some food stamp grocery hauls from some of the states that have banned some of those items now.
So the state of Texas is banning the purchase of chips.
That's how it was the last time I was on food stamps. I got like almost nothing. Like, I guess because the kids were older, and I tried to fight with them. Like, look, this is supplemental, but like I have a kid that has celiac, so everything is way more expensive. When the kids were younger, even though I was working, and I was in Iowa, but I was making over 40 grand a year, I still got like $400 or $500 a month in food stamps. It was great. Like, it really was.
Soda, junk food, basically, with EBT. Mind you, the price for single ingredients for one meal will run you anywhere from $60 to $80.
Okay, why is she arguing that the cost of one meal to buy the ingredients for one meal is $60 to $80? First of all, what does that have to do with banning soda and chips? First of all. Second of all, what meals are you making where all the ingredients are $60 to $80? I can make some chicken legs with some potatoes and a side vegetable for a family of 5 under $10 and have leftovers. What the kind of food are you making?
60 is being generous. So I don't see, one, why that was any of their business, and two, why would they do such a thing when inflation is at an all-time high right now? And what about those people who don't have access to a home that can, cook and stuff like that? Like, it just don't make sense to me, but hey, I guess we just gotta let them do what they do. Don't be shocked.
Oh, that's her showing that she spent $67 on ingredients for one meal. But she sure didn't show us what she bought, did she? What foods are Texas banning from the food stamp program?
According to Office of the Texas Governor, texas.gov, starting April 1st, 2026, recipients will not be allowed to use SNAP benefits to purchase candy, drinks containing artificial sweeteners, or drinks containing 5 grams or more of added sugar. HHSC is educating retailers on SNAP-eligible foods and enforcement.
I'm sorry, I don't mean to criticize her, but I don't see where spending $60 to $80 to prepare one meal is even an argument here. As of April 1st, Texas is banning the purchase of candy, drinks containing artificial sweeteners, or drinks containing 5 grams or more of added sugar. So is this lady trying to say that if she was going to make her own soda and candy dinner that it would cost her $60 to $80? The Texas ban on junk food has literally nothing to do with dinners that people are eating, unless you're eating candy and soda for dinner. Yeah, and I'm looking here just for fun, just to try to see. The ban is strictly for soda and soft drinks, candy, snack foods, and frozen convenience foods. So the frozen convenience foods aspect of this is the only way her $60 to $80 for ingredients for one meal even makes sense, right? So some frozen convenience foods will be included, but again, it's not every single state. Here we go. Here's the list. Arkansas is cutting candy, soda, fruit drinks, and that goes into effect July 1st. Colorado is banning soft drinks, which the state defines as non-alcoholic beverages made with natural artificial sweeteners, but does not include drinks that have milk or milk alternatives. So literally, Colorado is just doing soft drinks. Florida will no longer allow soda, energy drinks, candy, or prepared desserts. Prepared desserts refers to prepackaged sweets that are ready to eat when you buy them. That's it. Not going to disrupt your dinner. Hawaii is going to ban soft drinks and any drink that has more than 10 grams of sugar per serving. That will go into effect on August 1st, and Florida is April 20th. I forgot to mention that. Oh, and Colorado is March 1st. Sorry, I need to stay on track here. Idaho is going to ban soda and candy. That's it, starting February 15th. Indiana is going to ban soft drinks and candy. That went into effect January 1st. Iowa plans to exclude the most items. So it may include candy, gum, dried fruit, fruit candy, other natural artificial sweeteners, packaged popcorn, marshmallow, soda, flavored water, and drinks with less than half the fruit content. That went into effect on January 1st. So like I said, Iowa is probably the strictest one here. So if you don't live in Iowa, why you bitching so much? Louisiana is banning soft drinks, energy drinks, and candy, set to go in effect February 18th. Missouri is going to ban candy, processed and prepackaged desserts, and other unhealthy drinks that include soft drinks, lemonade, drink mixes, and concentrates. That goes into effect October 1st. So out of all that we've read so far, only 2 states are taking away Twinkies and birthday cakes. Nebraska is banning soft drinks and energy drinks and any other fizzy drinks with caffeine. But hey, guess what? Gatorade is not included in the ban, so you could still get Gatorade. That went to an effect on January 1st. North Dakota is banning candy, soft drinks, and energy drinks. There's also going to be restrictions, including baking supplies like cake decorations, marshmallows, and chocolate chips. So,
but here's my argument. Kids don't need fucking energy drinks. Kids don't need soda. There is no reason why people are freaking out over this. These aren't items that kids should be drinking. And the food stamps are for the kids. So, yeah, I don't see why people are freaking out over it.
So that kind of has an effect on your desserts and your birthday cakes going into effect on September 1st. Oklahoma is banning candy and soft drinks. Went into effect January 1st. South Carolina is banning candy, energy drinks, soft drinks, and other sweetened beverages. That goes into effect August 31st. Tennessee is going to ban processed foods that have sugar, cane sugar, corn syrup, or high fructose corn syrup as the first ingredient. That is it. Any processed food where sugar, cane sugar, corn syrup, or high fructose corn syrup is the first ingredient. If it's the second ingredient, you could still buy that shit with your food stamps. That goes into effect July 31st. Texas is banning sweetened drinks, candy, including chocolate gum and other sugary treats. That goes into effect on April 1st. Utah is banning soft drinks as of January 1st. Virginia is banning sweetened beverages, including soda, diet soda, zero soda, pop, and energy drinks. That goes into effect on April 1st. West Virginia is going to ban soda, pop, and other carbonated.
That's what I said earlier, Kristen. I said my kids never had soda, ever. They had their first round of soda. I think they were like 14. It wasn't a treat. They just couldn't have it. Kids don't need it. They don't need the sugar in regular soda, and they don't need the artificial shit in diet soda. I said earlier, to this day, Sage doesn't drink soda. Dayton and Phoenix will drink diet soda sometimes, but if we go out, they either drink lemonade or water. Most times the water, like Dayton drinks tons of water.
Sweetened drinks went into effect on January 1st. That is it. That is the whole list. I don't understand the argument that says families are going to go hungry as a result of this. All of these states are cutting out sugar and candy first and foremost. And then a few states sprinkled here and there with the snack cakes and processed foods.
TikTok, y'all are messy as hell, and I got some mess for y'all today, specifically Indiana. So Indiana, they done did it to us. So now you can't go to the gas station, get your kids no snacks for school. You can't go to Dollar Tree and get no snacks and no popcorn for movie night. You can't go to the store and get no gumballs, Hershey Kisses, or whatever you want to call it for the baby showers to set up. You can't do none of that with SNAP benefits no more. They cut it. You can't even get Gatorade. You can't get no Gatorade. You can't.
Indiana will ban soft.
Dayton just said it's a good thing. I said, I know.
Food stamps just encourages people to really stay unemployed. There's no direct motive getting food stamps that benefits you in any way except primary care federal help.
Well, I got food stamps when I worked, when you guys were young.
Well, I know, but I'm saying a lot of the time people use food stamps as a way to get out of not working.
Oh, yeah.
And I think that's a big problem. I think personally, if we switched food stamps to military MREs, everyone would get jobs. Because those fucking suck.
Soft drinks and candy. The state has defined soft drinks as non-alcoholic sweet drinks, including drinks with sugar or artificial sweeteners. but not including milk-based drinks, soy milk, rice milk, or drinks sweetened with 100% fruit or vegetable juice. The state has defined candy as treats made with sugar, honey, or other sweeteners mixed with chocolate, fruit, nuts, and flavorings. The definition doesn't include items that need to be kept cold. So you can't go buy soda and candy for movie night, but you can still get your kid a bag of chips at the gas station. Let's not panic too much here, honey.
You know, juices, you can't get no chips, you can't get no candy, you can't get nothing.
You can get chips in Indiana. Just saying.
My thing is, they want to continue to push this healthy eating, this, that, and the third, but y'all still got fillers in y'all food. Y'all still got preservatives in y'all food. Take out that pink mush that y'all be putting in this meat. Take out the MSG. Take out the red food.
I agree with her here. Yes, it doesn't make sense to a lot of people that we're banning stuff like soda, snack cakes, and chips when we're still allowing red.
But do you guys notice every single person that's against the ban is obese? I find that so interesting.
40 in our food or processed mystery meat in our dinners. Those are still okay to purchase. They're not okay to eat. I agree with her there. I want all that shit out of my food. I'm not going to say that I don't like convenience foods that have artificial dyes and other bullshit in them. They do taste good. We all know they taste good. There's no argument here. But that doesn't mean that they're healthy. It doesn't mean that they're healthy. I just think that this is just one step at a time trying to help Americans have a healthier lifestyle, in my opinion.
I like take out all of that crap. Like we literally
See,
don't
that's
even
where
know.
I disagree with her. I don't think it has anything to do with they're trying to get people healthier. Diabetes is so high, they're trying to stop people from being obese and going on GLP-1 drugs. GLP-1 drugs are everywhere. Everyone's on them. Everyone is losing weight. And diabetes causes problems. Being obese causes problems. Being overweight causes problems. So they're trying to nip it in the bud before these people get obese. That's what I think it is.
What additional things are being put in our food, but y'all want to holler junk food, snacks? Like, we don't even.
One thing at a time. One thing at a time.
There are two classes of people out here. You got your stereo.
They're very affordable if you know where to get them.
Stereotypicals, and you got your intellectuals. Now, I'm going to let you listen to this video about this stereotypical, and you tell me what's wrong with this.
I think a lot of y'all are failing to realize that healthy food is a luxury. Oh, they're spending all their SNAP benefits on junk food. Yes, junk food, first of all, lasts longer. Secondly, buying junk food.
Sprouts is another one. I go in there on clearance day. I find all the clearance items because you can get milk there on a clearance day for like $1. You just gotta, like, they're right next to Hobby Lobby. So I'll go in there and just like scout and see what I can find. And sometimes I find really good deals.
Gets you more bang for your buck. Having access to healthy food and being able to afford healthy food is a luxury. So if what you're saying is you want them to spend their SNAP benefits on healthy food only, then guess what? You're going to pay more towards the SNAP benefits, which I know is something you don't want to do. So next time, let's just do a little bit of critical thinking, or better yet, just shut the fuck up.
Now, she said it's cheaper for Americans to take care of people who eat junk food. We just got to let them buy junk food. I'm thinking it's more expensive because junk food ends up landing you in the hospital. Now we got to turn around and pay medical care for you. And it's cheaper for you to go to the grocery store to buy something healthy than it is for us to keep treating you for medical conditions after eating all these sugary foods that are unhealthy for you. We got to foot your medical bill. I mean, if you can't even foot your food bill, who's going to foot your medical bill? We are. So we say, how about we just put good food in your body to keep you out of the hospital? I'm 52 years old, never been to the hospital for a medical condition. I have no health issues whatsoever. I'm not on any medications whatsoever. Completely healthy. I don't eat junk food though. I cook at home all the time. Y'all see me because I grocery shop on this channel. So if I'm 52, no medical issues whatsoever, don't have to worry about medical bills and all that, then that's proof right there. If you take care of yourself and you eat healthier, you have less medical bills. You got less medical issues. You keep eating that junk food, Americans got to foot your bill in the hospital. So instead of us making you go pay $40 for dinner, you say, oh, we want to go pay $20 for dinner. Guess what? We're going to be paying $6,000 for your medical bill because you eating shit. That's how you think critically.
I don't even need to say anything. He said all of that loud and proud for everybody to hear. And this is where the conversation gets really uncomfortable because it's not just about food. It's about control. It's about class. It's about optics. Some people are seeing these food stamp junk bans common sense. Others are seeing it as performative and wildly inconsistent. So you tell me what you think. Is this about nutrition? Is it about optics? Or is it about control? Let's all try to be kind in the comments because I know that this is a very, very heated topic right now. But if you appreciate these uncomfortable conversations, let me know by hitting the thumbs up button. While you're down there, also double check and make sure that you are subscribed and ring that notification bell. That way you're notified whenever I post my next video. Thank you guys again so much for watching. I will see you in the next one.
She said she had it linked, but she doesn't. Here's a link to the video. Wasn't that a good video, though? I thought it was really good. I watched it last night. I'm gonna watch these later. But I didn't even know that was going on in the world. Dane, let the dogs out. Go, Bukwa. Go. What? What's the matter? You just want to be a cute, fluffy self? Hey, drop it. Karma. Why do labs love socks? Karma, drop it. I think labs eat more socks than any other dog. Drop it. No socks. Stop stealing socks. Every day I go out and back and I find socks. All right, since my son's not letting the dog out, hold on. Come on. Oh.
Are you having a political discussion?
What?
Are you having a political discussion?
No. Ugh. Why didn't I go live last night? I was doing laundry. My new washer and dryer. It was great. And now today I got to do Dayton's laundry. Because I don't want him touching my new washing machine and dryer. I guess I should change the title on this video. And Bad Wolf, if you want to see drama, go watch my last video. I was screaming like a banshee after being falsely accused. So, there's that. I let the dogs out. Woo woo. Because Dane's cooking eggs. They do every time he wants to go out. She puts a sock in her mouth. She just loves to eat socks. And then they wonder why labs end up in surgery. But that's like her cue to go out. She puts a sock in her mouth. You better stop trolling me, Bad Wolf. I mean, I know you're trolling, but others may not. And others may not come in here because you're trolling. This sound wasn't that bad. The sound only got bad at the end. But the sound throughout was fine. I heard it. Let me see. I thought I made a copy of the screen. Give a fuck who you give credit to. Holy, you guys, what I've done. That didn't. See, sound was not bad. Fucking called my old boss. That didn't matter. I know, right? You know, like one thing I will never do, I will never judge her for, you know, things she says. Sound is not that bad. I'm listening to it. But if I know the truth about something, I will tell her. And, you know, the Brenda situation. I am no Queen Bee fan at all. Fucking stand the bitch. That's between Tiffany and her. And yeah, the sound is not that bad. I just skimmed through it. It sounds fine. A couple of words here and there, but overall it was fine. So, if you want to see me scream and rant, last video. But you make it out like it was like horrible. It wasn't. It happens. What can you do? What can you do? But on that note, I'm getting off so I can go do some laundry, clean, make some breakfast, and work on pictures. I am the worst fucking photographer in the universe. I just want everyone to know that. I'm trying. I am truly fucking trying. And I suck balls. I don't know why I'm such a bad photographer. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. I don't know why my lighting sucks. I'm going to have to take shit outside. But I just don't know why I can't get good pictures. I'm trying, though. I'm trying. So, on that note, don't forget energycandles.com. By the way, everyone loves the pink grapefruit car diffusers. I'm going to put them on the website today. But the car diffusers came out awesome. Dane's car was kind of stinky. So I put one in there. The car smells great. And don't forget, Valentine's Day is coming up. We got 4 candles for Valentine's Day. Those are the ones I'm trying to get pictures on, and I just suck. Totally suck. But like I said, we're trying. We're trying. But I'm just like, I'm a perfectionist. I want like every single picture to look the same. I want a professional pictures, and they're not coming out right. My lighting is wrong, or it looks too dark, or, you know, this looks fucked up, and or it's not in the same position, or I took a different angle, and maybe I should take a photography class. And I suck at Photoshop, so that don't fucking help. So I'm just a loser, but like I said, I'm trying. And I will see you guys later. If Dane goes to work today, I may jump on his computer later, so we won't have any mic sounds. But on that note, I will see you beautiful people later. Have a wonderful day. Enjoy your day. Stay warm, because it's like 24 fucking degrees here. And I will see you guys later. Have a wonderful day. Peace. Oh, and don't forget, hit the thumbs up on your way out.